While some albums receive universal acclaim from both fans and critics, others find themselves at the center of a divide, adored by fans, yet met with criticism from reviewers. In this video, we'll look at 8 albums loved by fans, but hated by critics. My World 2.0 by Justin Bieber. Released in 2010 as a follow-up to his debut EP My World, it was Justin's debut studio album. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 albums chart, selling 283,000 copies in its first week. Propelled by hit singles like Baby and Somebody to Love, it has now been certified 4 times platinum by the RIAA. While fans embraced the sound, critics were less enthusiastic because of the album's formulaic pop production and lack of depth in its lyrics. It scored 68 out of 100 on Metacritic. Despite the mixed reviews, My World 2.0 went on to become a commercial success, solidifying Justin Bieber's status as a pop superstar. Reputation by Taylor Swift. Taylor's 6th studio album Reputation, released in 2017, marked a departure from her previous work, embracing a darker and more edgy sound. The album received mixed reviews from critics, with some praising her bold experimentation with genres, while others criticized its lack of authenticity, scoring 71 out of 100 on Metacritic. Despite the polarizing reception, it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling an astounding 1.2 million units in its first week, and spawned hit singles like Look What You Made Me Do and Delicate. Taylor's dedicated fan base embraced the album's themes of resilience and reinvention, propelling it to commercial success. In the Zone by Britney Spears. It is the 4th studio album by Britney, released in 2003. It showcased a more mature and experimental side of the pop icon. The album received mixed reviews from critics, who praised its innovative production and Britney's vocal growth, but criticized its lyrical content and lack of cohesion. It scored 68 out of 100 on Metacritic. Despite the critical divide, In the Zone was a commercial success, debuting on number 1 on the Billboard 200 albums chart, with first week sales of 609,000 copies. It also spawned hit singles like Toxic and Me Against the Music. Fans praised Britney for her bold artistic direction and continued to support her throughout her career. I Am Sasha Fierce by Beyonce. It is Beyonce's 3rd studio album, released in 2008. It marked a pivotal moment in her career, introducing her alter ego Sasha Fierce. The album received mixed reviews from critics, who praised Beyonce's vocal performance, but criticized the album's uneven pacing and lack of cohesion, scoring 62 out of 100 on Metacritic. Despite the mixed reception, it was a commercial success, debuting on number 1 on the Billboard 200. Selling 482,000 copies in its first week. It produced legendary singles like Single Ladies Put a Ring on It and Halo. Beyonce's dedicated fan base loved the album, which was chock full of hits. Doops Hooligans by Bruno Mars. It's Bruno's debut studio album, released in 2010. It showcased his signature blend of pop and R&B, which resulted in an average Metacritic score of 61 out of 100. It received mixed reviews from critics, who hated its lack of originality and its generic songwriting. Despite the critical failure, the album was a commercial success, debuting on number 3 on the Billboard 200 and spawning hit singles like Just the Way You Are and Grenade. It has now been certified 7 times platinum by the RIAA and accumulated 7.9 billion streams on Spotify. Bruno's infectious energy and chart-topping hits endeared him to fans worldwide, cementing his status as a pop superstar. Unapologetic by Rihanna. Unapologetic is the 7th studio album by Rihanna, released in 2012. It showcased her versatility and evolution as an artist. The album received lackluster reviews from critics, with an average Metacritic score of 61 out of 100, due to its lack of cohesion and inconsistency throughout the tracklist. Despite failing with the critics, it was a commercial success, debuting on number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 238,000 copies in its first week, with hit singles like Diamonds and Stay. Rihanna's fearless approach to music and willingness to push boundaries is what makes her a great artist. One of the Boys by Katy Perry. It is the 2nd studio album by Katy Perry, released in 2008. It marked her mainstream breakthrough with its infectious pop rock sound. The album received bad reviews from critics who did not like the content and sound of the album. It scored 47 out of 100 on Metacritic. Despite the bad reception, One of the Boys was a commercial success, debuting on number 9 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart and being certified 3 times platinum by the RIAA. It produced hit singles like I Kissed a Girl and Hot and Cold. Katy's relatable lyrics and undeniable charm resonated with fans, catapulting her to superstardom and establishing her as a pop icon. Starboy by The Weeknd. Starboy is The Weeknd's third studio album, released in 2016. It marked a departure from his earlier sound, embracing a more mainstream pop aesthetic. The album received mixed reviews from critics when it was released, with them criticizing its bloated tracklist, which resulted in a score of 67 out of 100 on Metacritic. Despite the mixed reception, Starboy was commercially successful, debuting on number 1 on the Billboard 200 with first week sales of 348,000 units, and producing hit singles like the title track Starboy, I Feel It Coming, and Die For You, which became a hit in recent years. The Weeknd's vocal performance on the album and the huge hits that came from it catapulted the album to the top, now sitting on 13.7 billion total streams on Spotify, which makes it one of the most streamed albums of all time. Which albums did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.